Hey party people! This is KK All Night, and welcome to my channel, or perhaps welcome back to my channel. Here I focus on style, fashion, and outfit inspiration with a heavy emphasis on the outfit inspiration, as well as sourcing my clothing responsibly. Now that's going to mean a lot of thrifting, a lot of vintage stores, and a lot of secondhand consignment shops. So this is a Wednesday upload. I usually upload my OOTDs for the week on Sunday, but right now we are going to be going over my Salvation Army shopping trip. I think trying to keep them around 15-20 minutes is good. If you guys feel like you want to see longer ones, please comment down below. Also, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. I'm still a new YouTuber. I'm trying to grow my channel, trying to reach as many people as I can. So I thank my current subscribers because I know there's a million other things you could be doing with your time. But if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. So without further ado, we are going to get right into the haul. Okay, you guys, so I have two formats of how I tape. Either I will actually try the clothing on and walk you through it, or I can do it this way where I have the piece of clothing and I do a cutaway. So as you're watching this, think about which format you prefer and let me know. So the first item is going to be this tweed jacket. It's very much giving Chanel. It has the frayed edging here on the collar that you could see, and it's actually one of my favorite colors. It has these cute buttons down here with the flower detail. Pro tip, if you are considering purchasing a blazer, it should button. Even if you don't intend to wear it button, it should be able to button. If it is squeezing and pulling and the buttons look like they're about to pop, probably too small for you. Now, I have a large chest, so that is always a concern when I get a blazer that I can button it across this widest area up here. But I thought that this color was so cute. I've paired it with a skirt that was also thrifted, but the skirt is Zara. So when I saw this jacket, I thought the two colors were closer in tone than they are, but it still works. You can be monochrome and not have the colors match exactly. So 3 buttons. It has this cute V detail in the front. Very pleased with this. Also, if you want to dress it down, obviously a pair of jeans would do the trick. Any type of pants is going to actually go with this. You could do navy, you could do brown, you could do black, you could do white, you could do cream, you could do taupe, you could do tan. Like I said, one of my favorite colors. Okay, y'all, I clipped my mic on because I have to be able to show you this. This is a onesie. Now, I love a good onesie to relax in, but I specifically got this to use it for Halloween. Now, for the week prior to Halloween, I like to dress up and wave to the kids that come through my neighborhood on the elementary school bus. I've been doing it since COVID. That's when I started it. And so when I saw this, it was like, I go on Wednesdays, which is half off. So this was like $3. So I purchased this, and I'm going to show you some pictures on the cutaway of what the outfit turned out. I thought it was really cute. I just made some wings out of cardboard. So you have a Halloween outfit for less than $5. I say go back to making your own Halloween costumes. It's much more creative. It's much cheaper than just going out and purchasing something. But anyway, I often buy the onesies. I have a panda that I could be next year, and I think a couple others, but that was Buzz Lightyear, in case you guys didn't recognize him. Also, what I love about something like loungewear that you're getting from the thrift store, you just throw it in the wash. You're not really concerned about if it's going to shrink. This was extra huge. If it's going to fade, obviously it's been washed, so you know it's going to be okay. Okay, this next item is this dress. It is definitely a polyester blend. It is thin, but what caught my eye was the cut of the dress. So you can see that it is solid black at the top, but then it has this interesting pinstripe on the bottom, which is giving very much menswear. Then you have the architectural element of the diagonal hem, and you can see on the cutaway how it's fitting. The shape is definitely what caught my eye about this. And I think this was maybe $4. So you can see how I styled it up. Obviously, you could throw on a blazer with this. You could even wear some leggings or some skinny jeans under this with boots. So this isn't just a work outfit. For all my clothes, I try to think about not just 3 ways I can wear it or 5 ways I can wear it, how I can wear it in different situations, whether that's the office, whether that's church, whether that's date night, whether that's out with the girls, whether it's just taking a trip to Walmart. Now, granted, my trips to Walmart are probably a little bit dressier than most, but Anyway, this had the 3/4 length sleeves. So for the winter time, like I said, this is thin. I would definitely winterize it by wearing a bodysuit underneath, maybe a turtleneck. That blazer is going to help, and boots is also going to help. I think this would be perfectly okay for spring and summer. Pro tip, you can wear black in the summer. Most of us work in air conditioning, so it's not like you're going to get super hot anyway. Okay, this next item is not this set. It is actually just the pants. What will happen a lot of times for me is that I will be in the store and I see an item that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the perfect pant or top or skirt to go with that. And therefore, by default, it kind of becomes a suit. I don't subscribe to the fact that you should buy an item just for one specific outfit. But at this point, I don't really think, even if I purchase something with a specific other clothes in my closet in mind, that there wouldn't be lots of ways that I can apply it to other things in my closet. So one, what caught my eye was the color. Like I said, I knew I had this jacket in my closet. Two, I love a wide leg pant. This is from the retailer that I'm not currently shopping at, but I actually have this iteration of these pants in about 3 other different designs. I have white, I have like a tiger stripe, but it's like cream and taupe. And then I have some that are a light blue with a floral print. So I really like this design. Like I said, 100% linen. It washes well. You just hang dry it. But again, like I was saying with the pink tweed jacket that I got to go with the Zara skirt, they are off a little bit. And I think it is showing up on camera. I think so. I'm not quite sure. But they are close enough so that wearing it together definitely gives that monochrome look, as you can see in the cutaway. This jacket is Marc Jacobs. It was also thrifted. So lots of ways that you could break these two pieces apart. Although in my closet, they are together with the suits. I love this gold detail on this jacket. I would pair this obviously with gold accessories. Okay, y'all, here are the jeans from Akira. They were, I think, $75, $69, somewhere right along there. I love how wide leg they are. You can see them on the cutaway. I think I styled them with a turquoise cropped blazer that was part of a suit. But because of all the colors in here, you really can just about put it with anything. You have this mesh lime chartreuse green, which is one of my favorite colors. You have the cherries, which means you could go with a cherry motif for your accessories. You also have black sequins and these gold sequins, so you can bring in metallics there. They have this gorgeous turquoise as well as this kind of hot pink here. My 3 favorite colors, my favorite one is like a fuchsia hot pink. Then I would go to chartreuse, and then I would follow up with turquoise. And they are all right here in this pant set. I love how wide leg they are. I have been looking at some version of these jeans for quite some time, and I just decided to bite the bullet. I had just come from Zara and was disappointed because the jacket I was looking for was not there, and I tried on other similar jackets in that size that didn't fit, so I was pretty sure the one I wanted wasn't going to fit. I always suggest if you can go to Akira in store, you should, because you can touch and see and actually try on the things. That store, y'all, is so overwhelming. They have so much stuff in there. You know, I thrift a lot, so I'm very good at kind of going through the racks, heading over to the sale rack, of course, and seeing what jumps out to me. So I love all the detail on these pants. On the other side, they have the big pearls and the small pearls right here. These are just such a fun pair of jeans. So definitely looking forward to wearing these and styling these. Here we have the skirt. I love this skirt. I love the gradient color going from the light yellow to the mustard yellow. I love the circle, the enlarged circle eyelets on it. This was from Shein, but I'm pretty sure it was inspired by a designer who had maybe Awake Mode, who had this type of large eyelet detailing. I debated on what color to get. They had it in my favorite color, that hot pink, and blues, chocolates. I decided on yellow because looking in my closet, I saw that there was a gap in my color of yellow. Now, people will be like, oh, I don't like pink or I don't like neutrals. I pretty much like all colors. I do have favorites. I think bright colors look better on me, but you know, I'm not a hater on any color. So I said, let me do the yellow. I think to the side, I'm pairing it with a silk, like a royal blue shirt that was also thrifted. And I got that idea just because the shirt happened to be out for some reason and I had this in my hand. And then I thought, in fashion for me and styling, I have found so many happy accidents. This skirt, I believe it has a side zip and you can launder it just on delicate cycles. So that's always good. Just so you know, although I'm assuming most people do, things like suits and jeans and sweaters, things of a heavier knit material, or things that are not always right up against your skin because you have something on underneath, you could definitely wear 2 or 3 times before you launder them. And what I do a lot of times with my suits is I turn them inside out and put them back in my closet so that I know that they have been worn at least once. So that's just like a little visual cue to me. But this is mid-length, as you can see. Lots of ways to style it. You can go for a monochromatic look with something yellow, you can go with a burst of color, or you can go with your tried and true neutrals. So very happy with this purchase. I think on Shein it was about $30, which was a little bit pricey for what I like to pay on Shein. But honestly, Shein has gone up, and I have been looking at this skirt for a while, searching other locations, looking in the thrift store, and I just could not find it. So I was okay with paying that price. Okay, this is from Akira. There's lots of things that I love about it. So this was just coming off of not being able to find what I was looking for in Zara. So here I am in Akira and I see this cute little number, the sale rack. Now this is 100% cotton. Actually, it's like 98% cotton, 2% spandex, which is the best possible combination. But the star of the show is obviously these grommets. Now it was $40. No, it was $80 with 50% off. So it was $40 and a little pricey normally for me, but I'll tell you why I thought it was worth it. You can see the grommet detail. The part on the bottom in the skirt is actually lined, so it's not sheer, but the grommets in the top and the sleeves are sheer. I love the bubble skirt hem. You'll see to the cutaway that I am going to style it 2 different ways. I think one way was with my rhinestone boots and maybe a belt, and then the other way was with a great leather jacket. There's lots of other ways that you can style this. And in fact, I actually never would have put it with that leather jacket had I not been walking by my coat closet with this in my hand. Again, another happy fashion accident. It has some stretch, like I said, which is good for me because what typically happens for me is if something really fits in my bust, it's going to be too big in the waist, and vice versa. If it really fits me everywhere else, it's going to be a little bit tight closing that button across the chest. So a safety pin will do wonders. Nowadays, a lot of retailers are starting to put a little hidden button for in between the regular 2 buttons, but that didn't happen here. So I'm just going to go with your standard safety pin. I think I mentioned that the bubble skirt is lined, but for me, definitely would wear tights with this. This is an outfit that you can wear all year long. For the winter, I would obviously wear some tights, maybe thigh-high boots, maybe even a turtleneck underneath. And then in spring and fall, it's pretty much okay as is. This is my last thrifted item, but this is just a cute little beach cover-up. It's from a company called Weather People. I wasn't familiar with them, but when I Googled them, it seemed like a good quality product, had good reviews on their items. So this is perfect if you're a poolside or beachside and you want a little cover-up. What I like about this is it's terry cloth, which means it is a cotton blend. So it will actually help dry you off and keep you warm. I love the zipper for easy access. It's also something you could throw on with a pair of shorts and a bikini top, or just wear it as an actual outfit with leggings or shorts or pants, something for a casual vibe when you are on vacation. The hood also comes in handy if you're trying to spot dry your hair or just stay dry in general. It has a tie at the hood, so if it's particularly windy, you can tie that to help keep you toasty warm. I think I paid maybe $3, so it was regularly $5.99, $6. So yeah, $3 half off, and easy to launder. Just throw it in the wash on delicate cycle with my other lights. Now, let me tell you the story about this. I was at a family reunion in Virginia, and I was in Marshall's and TJ Maxx because one thing's for certain and 2 things for sure. I'm going to find a thrift store and a TJ Maxx or Marshall's to visit. So I was in there, and this lady had on these pants. These are called cage pants because if you can see, there's a cutout design about halfway down that mimics a cage. Now, y'all know I went up to her and asked her, where did you get those pants from? Turns out it was an African shop, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from where we were. So with haste, I made my way over there, and lo and behold, oh my gosh, they had so much good stuff. Ankara print like you wouldn't believe. Now, if you follow me, you know I love me some Ankara print. I thrift all of my Ankara print. That's not true. There is a couple of places, grassfields.com, which is all women, all black owned, based out of London. They're online. I did start my collection buying a few pieces from there. I have Dianu pieces, but they were thrifted. And so it's amazing. The quality, a lot of those things are handmade. And I'm actually thinking for the month of February, I may just wear Ankara print all month long. But anyway, back to the set. So I went looking for the pants, and y'all, they had this shirt. You will see how I have styled it on the cutaway. I did a few different iterations, but I was just so pleased. This is 100% cotton. I actually haven't worn it yet. Would I wear this to work? Absolutely. This is how I would style it. I would have black cigarette pants under it, not tights. I think that might be a little bit inappropriate for work, even though the bottom of the pant comes down like, I would say maybe like mid-thigh. I would wear the cigarette pants and then a black top and a black blazer. When you have an avant-garde piece, you really want it to stick out so you can kind of subdue everything else. Or if you're in a maximalist mood, let it all shine. But for work, I would just focus on the pants and hold off on the shirt. I would definitely wear this to church. Might wear the whole set to church. Just pair it with like a turtleneck perhaps, or a close-fitting long sleeve tee. I think for church, I would also go with the cigarette actual pants underneath. If I was going to dinner or to brunch or to date night or to a comedy show, then I might just wear a bodysuit underneath and wear the top and the bottom if I wanted to do both. But this was definitely like my favorite piece. So I guess technically this isn't from the thrift store. Like I said, I got this from the African shop. Oh, and y'all, bonus, it came with a head wrap. I was too through. I think this was $70, $75. Now this is cropped, and not a big fan of wearing cropped, which is why I would most likely always have a shirt underneath. These are kind of high-waisted, so you could probably get away with bringing it up and pulling the crop shirt down so that it didn't look that cropped. But if anyone is really interested, if they live in the Virginia area, just leave a message below and I can get the specific information about the store to give it to you if you want to go take a look. But that is the last piece. And I've been thinking about moving forward. Maybe I just give myself one time at each of my favorite shops. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4 that I frequent. So once a month, you know, in each store, and maybe I give myself a limit of like $50. So that's $200 a month. That's still pretty expensive. I'll have to think about it. I have enough clothes, and actually it's really not about the cost, it's about the space. I'm running out of space. I used to bring something in, take something out. I've lost a little bit of weight, so I was kind of rebuilding my closet, but I really do have enough clothes. Although I watch some of those YouTubers and I think I got nothing on them. I do not store things in boxes. I do not switch out my summer and my winter. Everything is out where I can see it, but it's getting tight to where it's hard to put stuff in the closet. And if it's hard to move stuff to put it in the closet and I can't really see, then I'm going to miss things that I want to wear. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I need to do something. But I love thrifting, so we'll see. Stay tuned. This is the end of the video. If you have made it this far, I can only assume that you enjoyed it. So again, thank you to my current subscribers. And if you're not subscribing, again, please consider doing so. There is no cost to you, really no extra time except for the 2 seconds it takes to press that subscribe button, and you would greatly be helping me out. So please look for my OOTDs on Sundays and my Wednesday uploads, which normally will be what I found at the thrift store. I don't know going forward if I'm going to keep up with those. But like I said, we'll see. With that, you guys, be safe out there.